Finally, eventually. Now the technical issues have been untechnicalized by me breaking and fixing and reworking pretty much everything that I could have done. Oh, dude. I've had the router upside down. I've been behind my PC.
1 second, I have to go and get a spray to spray my cat. I will be right back.
Cat has tooted on you.
Boy on yourself next.
Kitty toot.
No, the cat doesn't like the sound of the spray.
I also saw that video you were talking about, by the way, with the going oh, and all that shit. There's like 5 or 6 different ones, weren't there? And it were like, if they're good, do this. If they're not, do this.
And it's like, and they're all basically the same noise.
I think variations of that's if it's being a cunt, you go.
If you do that, it claws your face.
And then you remind it of its place in this universe, and you take your mighty human-sized right hand and you palm slap it cartwheeling about 55 meters.
It sounds, yeah, that's actually how to do it.
Know your place, feline. I am the alpha in this fucking planet.
That's what you go. You are no god. Because that's essentially what cats think. They think they're god.
Our ancestors conquered their shit with sharpened sticks. Get fucked.
I mean, we do feed them and clean up after them and tidy up the shit.
Essentially, yeah.
We let them lay about all day, and sometimes we'll pick them up and stroke them. So yeah, we are kind of treated like gods.
Well,
It's
when
nice
you
that
really think about it,
if I were treated like that every day.
yeah, it's one of those, when you really kind of think about it, they're basically the same as a dog, but more like, you do shit for me, I don't care about you.
Like
Just
what?
Cass.
I'm not going on a walk with you. I don't want to be seen with you, but bring me my food.
Where dogs, it's like, hey, you want to go on a walk? Oh wait, what? We're gonna go hang out?
I like how they just match your energy though. You guys, you'll be having the worst day and you just like, and they're just like, oh yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do whatever.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go.
Our staffies, whenever we got home from school, they would just be all up on you, just like, oh, I'm back, and it just, no matter how bad your day was, it's like, oh, babies.
I want a decent sized dog or a silly Japanese dog.
A silly Japanese dog.
Yeah.
I can't have a little dog.
No.
I don't want a little dog.
So, okay.
But like, I'll have a Shiba Inu or an Akita or anything really.
This is
Otherwise, I want like a Labrador or a Golden Retriever or an
who
Alsatian.
has dealt with both small and decent sized dogs. If you get a small dog, be ready for shit tons of maintenance.
My brother's got 2 small dogs and they're a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
One of them he keeps finding. He's like, "Where's fucking Maui gone? Where the fuck's Maui?" And they'll be looking around the house, and he'll be on the fridge.
I would say my dog's not that.
And our Ben don't have a small fridge. Our Ben done quite well for himself. He's got quite a large house, and he has a very tall fridge. And the dog, literally, the dog is that size. It's that fucking big, and it will get on this 9-foot fridge.
Yep. Yeah, like, to me, I would say a big dog, honestly, is the better way of going.
My dad used to have a huge German Shepherd, and I mean like a huge German Shepherd, like it called Ben, and on its hind legs it was 6'6". Like if it stood on its hind legs, it could put its paws on my dad's shoulders, and my dad's 6 flat, and it was a full dog's head above my dad.
Yeah, that's a big.
It was a big dog.
That's a big German Shepherd.
A woman I used to know had 5 massive, like show dogs. And they were so big that they came nose height to me if I was sat down. And they were just like normal.
Proper Great Danes are fucking big dogs though, aren't they?
And
They are.
they were so big she could only take 2 out at a time for a walk. So that meant we did 6 walks a day. Don't know how the fuck we did it.
The dogs were that big that she didn't walk them, they walked her.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like, come on, we're going for a walk.
That's normally what happens.
That's
The
what
thing is,
staffies
though-
are like. You have to have harnesses for staffies, otherwise they just drag you down the
The
road.
thing is, though, when
With the
you-
clumpy little legs.
For small dogs, you can get away with them you're just using the collar for them. Anything that is basically bigger than anything bigger than a Shih Tzu, to me, needs to have a harness.
I'd like a Tibetan Mastiff, but they're expensive to buy and feed.
And incredibly difficult to train from what
They're just big mountain dogs, though. They are the wildest of animals. They live in they live in like the harshest of environments against the fucking roughest of enemies, and be like, woof woof, motherfucker.
There's a new breed that's been brought out. It's I forget what it's called. I think it's called like a blue greyhound or something. And essentially, it looks like a husky and a wolf mixed together.
I'm from Yorkshire, pal. We don't have greyhounds. We have whippets round these parts.
Without,
Hi,
it's basically essentially a husky and a wolf combined without all the maintenance of a husky.
My dad's mate's got Malmut.
Yeah, Malamute. Yeah,
Who was
they're
that?
cute
My-
as shit too.
My older brother, I can't remember what breed of dog he had, but he had a breed of dog and he called her Bitch. That was her name. She'd be out in the street and you would just like, he'd walk her with the leash off, so you'd be going, Bitch, come here!
Wow, bitch.
You,
Come on,
you
bitch.
imagine
I'd have to
being
go
dirty
full
and
Dave
upset
Chappelle
with
all the time.
But could you imagine the East London, like, sunbathers giving you dirty looks, you going, hey, bitch, come here.
I can't believe people have the audacity to try and sunbathe in London.
Right? Anyone trying to sunbathe in fucking England, period.
Just gonna lay out on this fucking middle of the road and stand up, and it's all gonna be stuck to my back. Lovely. And I'm gonna go get some jellied eels.
Yeah. Not the jelly deals.
And then I'm gonna drink something southern and fall down apples and pears.
Did anyone ever come across that old couple who go on a caravan holiday? They'll just randomly stop on the hard shoulder of the motorway, get out a fold-out table and chairs, and have a cup of tea.
Oh, my gran that. My gran were that old, one of them old couples. My grandma and granddad on my dad's side, bless them, fucking long gone now. But they were that old couple that would just pull up in lay-by on way to York and be like, let's have a picnic here. It's like, why? Why am I sat by inside at A62 watching traffic fly past, trying to eat a ham sandwich, dodging a wasp?
Inhaling all the fumes.
Oh, man. Fucking wagon driver just come and pull up and just be like, give you a subtle nod before he disappeared behind bushes for a slash. Anyway, someone saw a crystal. That's what I was saying. Virgil saw the crystal and Ilanith waving it around in the air, and you're like, that's glowing a bit more than mine, is that?
I think Ilanith's got some.
Should we try and call Nero back? I'm gonna try and wave my arms over to Nero and try and wave him back.
If he's not AFK, he can roll a perception. If he is
No,
AFK,
yeah.
roll a perception.
I mean, I'm not even looking that way, so.
Yeah, but she's a large dragon, the thing kind of dancing around on the spot. You'll hear the slapping of feet, possibly. You're a trained ranger in the ways of dragon stylings.
Nero!
Get out! Get out!
Yeah.
Get out!
Out of my spot.
Go on, get!
Go on, get. Pull that southern out.
Get off my lawn! Go on, get! Get out of here!
1922. Rats have infested my land.
I would say if we're talking about 1922, there's a couple other words that would be involved.
There's gold in them there hills. Children are being a fucking nightmare. Like, they stayed the fuck away while we were having all the internet problems, and as soon as we get shit back working, they're like, I'm gonna be a nagging little bastard.
I mean, that's what kids do.
So kids have a sixth sense for this stuff.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna get fucking spinning heel kick roundhoused.
Tell them that Jonah pays them a visit.
I'm gonna show them mid-90s Kane promotions from WWE as threats.
Oh god.
In fact, no, I'm not. I'm gonna make them watch 10 hours of Paul Bearer on loop. I've got a rash on my foot and I keep scratching it, making the rash worse.
Stop itching.
I can't, it feels so good.
I'm the same. If I've got an itch, I have to scratch it, but then I end up like cutting myself.
No, it's just lick your finger and just touch it. It just stops it from itching.
No, because you see what I like to do with this specific rash that I seem to develop every year is that I like to scratch it until I take off the top all the layers of skin.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop.
It's not good for you to stop it.
My mum tells me off because I come up with all scratches from where I get itchy. So you need to stop scratching. It's like, Mum, I can't help it.
I scratch myself till I bleed sometimes because I just don't pay attention. I'll just be scratching and scratching. I'll be like, oh, that's wet.
Lay down, Mr. Bear.
Nixie, I have the spray now. If you start misbehaving, I'm going to spray you.
Lay down, Mr. Bear.
So yeah, Nera, you've heard Aricia shout you and try to get your attention.
I'm just gonna turn with the crystal stone in my hand and be like, what? What is it?
Aricia, you will notice that his crystal is also glowing quite a bit more than yours was.
I'm gonna turn back to the other two and be like, well, his is glowing too, so do you wanna maybe split up and...
I'm gonna look at you guys and be like, wait, someone else's is glowing too?
Yeah, over there, so...
How about we walk towards each other? Instead of walking through the streets, we walk towards each other around the houses and stuff until the thing gets brighter. Because maybe it's saying it's somewhere in that big bundle of houses around. If mine's lit up and hers is lit up, then
Can we give one to your dragon and let them fly around and see if we can pinpoint it that way?
I'm gonna turn to Squiggy and Virgil and be like, you go to Ilina, tell her to go down that street there. I'll meet up with Nera and we can go around and meet up.
Okay.
well, we could just go straight across through the market kind of thing is what I was thinking.
Yeah, we'll go this way and I'll follow you and your crystal.
My thought is just going straight along this way, like going through the houses kind of thing.
I'm assuming because they're walking past me, they've told me the plan, and I'm just going to walk down the street slowly to see if it brightens, to know when to turn into the buildings.
Yeah, essentially that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of weaving between the houses, trying to figure out where the brightest spot is.
So there's no particularly an area where it seems to glow anymore. It just as you kind of move through the market south, it seems to light up more.
Okay.
As we're walking along, just with the one I've got, I'm just sort of going to try to focus some of my own magical energy into it, just to try to suss out what that sensation I got earlier. What?
Roll me an Arcana. I like that.
If you like it, give them inspiration.
I've already got it.
Offer.
No, about your advantage though.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Using that-
Take that advantage.
And I said using that. Actually,
Yeah.
you said do it with advantage.
Hmm?
Alright, I want to redo that then.
Like as you, like I was saying it as you rolled.
I'll just do a.
There you go.
Nice.
So you kind of get like a ping back in of the magic within the crystal. It's like mental based magic. It's psychological. It's manipulative and broadcasting, and everything interlinked with the brain.
So this stuff seems to be psychic based.
Psychic base? Should we be concerned?
Well, there's not coming out of it right now. I sort of did a bit of put some of my own into it, see what happens. Definitely seems to involve the mind somehow.
Let's hope I don't go into a rage, because that might not end well for everybody. So as I'm getting to the end of this road, is it getting any stronger?
Yes, the more
That's kinda what I was
southern and easterly you get in, the kind of brighter it started to get. Hang on, I need to do a big map look now. Big map look.
Big map look.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, I zoomed out too far, that's fine.
I was gonna say, I think I zoomed out too far too.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
So as you get down to the crossroads, it brightens up, but as you start to step past it, it starts to dim again.
Huh. This seems to be the sweet spot right here.
I go there.
At least for the upsy downsies.
I'm gonna attempt to walk towards Nira and see if it does anything. Like on the way to Nira.
I mean, I was gonna head that way anyways.
So as you're heading east, near it starts to light up more than it did when you were just heading south.
It's somewhere near here. I think we might need to try and go through these buildings and see.
Whichever way I'm pointing on, whatever the camera angle is.
I'm gonna like
Left?
switch-
Maybe towards the richer part of town. It seems to be leading
that's
you
where I
that
was
way.
heading. That's where I was heading.
Thank you. Let's go this
Said the bystander who was only half paying attention.
I was heading that way anyways, so
Now you mentioned itchy feet, man.
I feel like we're moving too fast though.
Okay. I'm
Gotta
stop
make up for
a
lost
second.
time.
Can
Fast travel.
Squiggy and Nera roll me perception checks, please?
Perception.
Brilliant elf eyes.
You don't notice anything.
Making us paranoid now.
That is so unnerving.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable now. Got a 15. You don't notice anything. Okay, what's so stealthy?
It appears there is nothing around.
Are the crystals still lit up pretty white? Like, or are they getting brighter and brighter? now?
They're getting slowly and slowly. They're getting brighter and brighter. They still give an impression that you're not that close, though.
Alright.
Gonna keep going. If this doesn't hurry up soon, I'm gonna get mad. My feet are starting
Yeah,
to
how many
ache.
lumens have we got on these crystals?
Probably like 4.
4. 4 lumens.
A whole 4.
It's about as bright as a
Okay.
candle.
Has it changed any since I went down this little part instead of like going up or anything?
I'll say I'm gonna stay here around the middle of this.
So as you're heading like more downwards at this point, it's like it's more maintaining a consistent light rather than growing or fading.
It doesn't seem to be changing around here. What direction do
I was thinking maybe up here. It does seem to be glowing brighter the more east we get.
That's kind of the idea that I was thinking. I'm gonna take the street just north of them. And kind of meet them at this spot.
Is there any change now?
It's brighter than it was, yeah.
Let's shift
Getting
up.
proper Hobbiton vibes from this music.
I like this music. It's really nice.
Like Bilbo's birthday party.
Yeah.
I'm not setting a baseline for an intense contrast at all. That's not what's occurring. Yep.
Is it still getting bright or is it getting dimmer now?
No, it's doing good. Doing good. Still getting bright. Getting warmer. Getting warmer.
I was literally about to say hot or colder.
Yeah, the fart song would be quite apt at this point.
I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna go to about this spot.
I'm gonna step on this side and see if it's different to where we were.
Oh no, where's farting around gone?
Because that is literally what we're doing.
No, we're using that really bad thing. What was it? What game was it? That really annoying part where it's like you have to sit there and use something, and then it's like you're only this far away, and then you get past it.
Every MMO ever.
Yeah.
I'd say that sounds like hunting easy currents.
Yep.
Essentially, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Or that quest we did for Emmett South and Shadowbringers, we had to use the lantern to find the magical ethereal flow, and it's like, really?
Stop, I'm saving that for later.
I was about to say, everybody shush, there's a boss about.
Is there any difference between me and Nira's
Between Nira's and yours. Yeah, Nira's is brighter.
Alright.
mine's dimming, so I'm gonna come back. It's definitely not that way, lads and ladies.
I'm just gonna keep going until I hit this spot here.
It's definitely brighter.
Well, which way are we going? South or north?
It seems to want us to go to the more expensive part, so I'm assuming north.
Well, if we're going to the expensive part, we might as well just head over by the donjon.
The donjon is the dungeon. LOL.
I'm gonna head that way.
I'm gonna stand
Hi,
here and wait and see if
here.
it gets brighter or dimmer before we all commit.
So, like, right now, Ilanith's is brighter than Nira's.
I'm gonna attempt to go down this way and see if it's in this like sort of cul-de-sac area. I know it's not a cul-de-sac, but I don't know what the word is. Any
The
difference
spot that
down
goes
here?
backwards.
Can everyone roll me a history check? Oh, I'll get Gaynor to do it when she gets back. Children are being shites.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Hi, Virgil.
Another party.
Yeah, I'm inspiration in that.
Do I have inspiration?
I don't know, do you?
Don't remember.
No.
Oh, it's ticked. Yes, I have inspiration.
There you go.
What?
So let me re-roll that and get another shit roll. Oh no, that one was much better.
this is probably a to remember which way you need to go to the expensive part of town.
Can you roll me a history check, please, Gay?
I think you need a new pen, Tom.
That pen's good. What are you talking about? It says pen. It's just not being used, so it's a bit stiff. Stiff.
See, the green's not doing good for me either.
And the word of today, children, is...
Stiff. Today's episode of Sesame Street was brought to you by the word stiff and the number 69!
You just say You just hear like from one of the crew members behind camera, very subtle.
Nice. So, Squiggy, Virgil, Honor, Would Ilanith know? I don't remember if you were there. Oh, you were. I'm sure you were. Squiggy, Virgil, and Ilanith, you recall something about this stone maybe have been stolen by a changeling. That was a thing
no, I
that
wasn't
was
there for that.
mentioned.
Oh yes, I was. Yes, I was.
the
That
one
was
that stated-
the changeling. There was the prince. Yes, I was there.
Yeah, because I was the one that stated it.
Yeah, I was there.
And then can everyone roll me a perception check?
That was so ominous.
I mean, just as I were getting better at not closing my character sheet.
Of course.
Budget.
Okay, so everyone notices a sign, like a cross sign with many locations on it, and the one for the Royal Theatrical Company seems to stand out to the people with the successful history checks. Squiggy and Virgil, you notice that there seems to be a few people that you seem like you've maybe spotted them a couple of times before as you've been walking around the city. Get the kind of vibe that they're following you.
Someone may want to get nearer. I think we're close here to where we need to be.
Well, I was gonna say, if we're
being followed.
we've noticed that
We're being
the
followed.
Royal Theatrical Company's area is where we need to go, and given how many times we've walked this city, I feel like Nero would remember going north and then going east would be the quickest way there. At least for him.
Ilaniv's never been to the theatre district place. Wouldn't know a clue.
I mean, these houses aren't touching each other. You can scooch between the houses.
Well, that's what I mean. Like ideally, I could just go that way, or I could scroll, like, just punch myself through all this.
Go full AC Unity and just start diving through people's living rooms.
I'm gonna say, if that's the case, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Since I'm seeing that, I'm just gonna start waltzing my way through all these buildings.
Where are we going to? I know which way to go.
Can you see? Are you
I would
zoomed out
say
enough?
No.
No.
It's over here.
Oh, okay.
Ping, 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 ping.
Ping, ping, ping,
Start
ping,
making
ping,
our way
ping, ping.
around the houses. Come, guys. I think we've got to go this way.
I'm literally just going straight through this area.
Like, whoa, she can move fast.
And Calder's flying up above me, and I'm just still going straight through everything.
What is the blue circle for here? Just out of curiosity.
It was
That was for the
from a
massive hole.
line of sight thing from when you, from when everyone first turned up through the tree portal
Ah.
a long time ago.
Oh god.
Hi guys.
Hi.
That's a long time ago.
Yo, Chief, what's up?
Let's
This
go
where...
see where this trail of breadcrumbs leads us.
From as we've moved now,
There you go. Yeah, from where we
look
are.
around and just see if any of the more familiar faces are still about.
Yeah, at this point, there's a couple of GIF that are definitely standing out and definitely seem to be following you.
Are these the GIF hippo people or the GIF me people?
GIF.
Well,
I'll refer to your people with the full name of Gith Yankee just because it's easier to
Or
defer.
you could just call them Yankees.
No.
I'm saying you could do that too.
We are definitely being followed here.
We're being followed by whom?
A couple of GIF.
Do they look friendly? This is out of character for these useless guards.
As he says that, I'm just gonna full whip around to see if I can see anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna like take a few steps.
Like I'm
back.
not even being like
Discreet.
stealthy about it. I'm literally going, wait, you mean someone's following us?
You're gonna see like there's two, and you're gonna see them see you spin round and say that they're gonna go wide-eyed, and then turn and pretend to be engaged in conversation with each other, just like everything is fine.
And I'll be like,
Everything is fine.
I go, yeah, you're right. Someone's following us.
Two someone's. Should we approach them or should we continue? Because we don't know if they're on
Shoot
our side.
first. Ask questions later. Actually, do we have an idea what they look like?
They look like hippo people.
Blech.
Yeah, they're not wearing like military regalia as such. Like they don't appear to be like guards or anything like that. They seem to be wearing like what do they call it? Like not exactly pirate attire, just like general sailor wear.
I'm just gonna walk over to Virgil and hand him the crystal back and be like, I'll go talk to him.
Okay, I'll keep you covered.
I'm gonna hand the crystal back as well and just sort of prepare in case something goes sight.
And I'm gonna walk back to wherever they were.
I'm gonna
As you
hold
turn
back.
back round to the gift from handing over the crystal, you actually see two heads kind of bobbing back through the crowd a little bit to try and lose you.
I don't trust this. I do not trust this at all.
So essentially the GIF are not there anymore, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm heading
basically.
back towards that area, but they're not there.
Yeah, like as you've turned to see where they were stood, like they're not stood where they were anymore, but you can see like just the ears above the crowd.
The two, yeah.
They've basically done they're on to us, lads.
Yep.
Yeah. They're onto us. Shit.
Bodget and Scarpet.
Well, looks like looks like we scared them off. Let's go. Let's just head to where we need to go.
Let's be on our guard though.
And we'll be fine.
As we're walking, I'm gonna walk at the back and constantly keep an eye out
I'm
for
gonna pull
those
my
two. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull my umbrella out and just basically pretend to use it as a parasol, even though it's a parasol from like knives. Just as a like, I'm innocent, but come near me, I'm gonna fuck you up.
So what are you doing? You're approaching the theatre company bit.
Yeah, essentially. I'm gonna grab that crystal back from Virgil just to hold on to it now.
I'm gonna keep my
He's
hands
like,
free.
you mind if I hold on to that now? Like, I mean, I'll just put it back, and if we don't really need it, I'll give it back to you.
I think I've got two more in back.
Right. And then I'm just gonna shove it in like my inner robe pocket type thing. Like enough so it's one of those little tiny pockets where it's like there's enough space in it that it secures, but not enough to not be able to see it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's more like a little, almost like a.
And an inside pocket.
I would say it's probably about a pocket about that big. That's like, almost like a pocket watch pocket, but slightly bigger.
Okay. That just now exists.
No, I've always had that. That's where I have always put stuff. I've always put stuff in my jacket and all that. I've always stated that to you.
Okay. I don't remember, but okay. So as you approach the theatre company, you see that there is a few people actually knocking around, building a bit of a set. It just looks like they're building some like wooden trees and bit of like a pseudo battle scene and stuff. A couple of people on stage, and Plasmoid squelching around at the front of the stage, waving its gelatinous arms at the performance that's going on.
To be or not to be?
Why not Zoidberg?
No.
Oh, this is Patrick.
So,
Who's striking that conversation then?
alright, what are we gonna ask? Hey, did you guys steal a crystal?
Hey, did you see a Dragonborn go past?
How do we know they're? How do we know that that's, you know, if it's if the person who stole the crystal is a changeling, then how do we know that they just weren't a Dragonborn to make sure that?
They couldn't be traced.
No, how do we know that they weren't a Dragonborn to, one, try and pin it on us, or two, make sure he was in good, he was able to basically control the dragon that was down there. Because Dragonborns and dragons have a bit of a friendliness to each other.
Can anyone detect magic on them?
Like, for all we know, they're not a Dragonborn anymore. They could be, they could be that, you know, they could be that ooze thing up there too. For all we know.
Could I attempt to do another ping thing with the crystal again? See if we can get a resonance from other ones about. Or even from the source.
Yeah. Yeah, go for another Arcana check.
What do you got?
It doesn't react.
So just a similar thing as before.
But is it still glowing brightly?
Yeah.
It's glowing more than it has now, than it has at any point.
Yeah, will detect magic be able to identify if someone's changed?
Oh, I don't know. Does detect magic detect a
Changelings?
changeling? I don't think it does.
That's a racial thing. I don't think it's magic.
It's a racial thing that they can just do. It's not a magical thing they can do.
Right, okay.
So it makes them so annoying. Lay down, baby.
I'm gonna whisper, so what's the plan?
Can't take
I don't know.
Those hands of speed.
It could be anyone in here, but it could also be no one.
It could have also. It could just be they pinned it. They just dropped something here that the crystals are trying to connect with, too. Especially after the fact that they know we're on to someone following us now.
Can I get a little bit closer to the stage with the crystal that I've got?
Mm-hmm.
And see if it's glowing any more than like towards the back of the audience.
Like fractionally, but not enough to imply that there's anything particularly close by as such.
I'm just gonna watch everything around us, not just so much as the people here, but also seeing if there might be anything kind of creeping up onto us.
Well, seeing you approach, a few people kind of approaching the stage in the area, the plasmoid's going to start extra flailing his tentacles and shouting. You can't quite make out what he's saying from there. But whatever's going on the stage is going to stop and it's going to start making his way over to you. Like, the show's not ready yet. You can't stand here and watch until tickets are available for purchase in a couple of weeks. We've got lots more rehearsing to do. Can I ask why you're here?
I we just heard a commercial and we want to know what production you're working on.
Oh, it's just a silly fantasy play. I've been directing it for way too long now. Kind of sick of it.
And is there anyone of the actors or actresses that you don't recognise?
Any newcomers?
Well, on the stage right now is the new lead, but they're the new lead because the old lead disappeared. They had a bit of a mental breakdown or something.
That sounds awful. Where
I'm
are they
gonna
now?
jump in
No idea.
right after he says that and kind of go, wait, you mean they just disappeared? Like, do you happen to know what his name is?
No.
Or the description of him or something?
Well, how long ago did he disappear and your new lead came?
It was only recently when he left. We replaced him within the day, though. It's quite a prestigious part. Well-known play and all.
Of course.
But, he was a changeling, though. That's why he was so good. He could literally take the form of anything he was playing, so...
I'm gonna look at the others as soon as he says that.
If anyone wants to make up a name for him, it's fine. Nothing too ridiculous.
Eduardo.
Ben down.
No, I like Eduardo.
Eduardo down.
And you have no idea where this changeling went at all?
He'd spent some time a few weeks previous chatting utter nonsense about some end times and the coming of the Dragon Queen and I don't know.
I'm gonna side-eye everyone.
It was affecting his performance, so we told him he had to leave.
Do you happen to know maybe his living or housing arrangement? You might be able to give him a bit of a visit, see if he's doing better, and see if it's just,
He lived somewhere over in the middle city, but
Can I do an insight and see if he's telling us all that he knows?
yes, but I'm not sure what tells you to be able to read on a blob of slime.
I didn't realise it was just slime.
It's plasmoid in basic form. Have you ever seen oh fuck, I can't remember what it's called.
Flubber.
No, not Flubber. Kind of Flubber, but that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this guy's Yaffit.
Oh, the Orville.
That's it, Yaffit from the Orville.
I've not seen it.
Basically a jelly pop with motion.
Uh-huh.
Is it 1F?
Can I try and use this and see if we get any more information
No,
out
it's
of it?
PH.
Oh, is
yeah,
it?
it's YAPHIT.
I can't spell anything else, but I can spell alien names.
It's like a really, really lazy done with live plasmoid. It could adopt a full humanoid form, but it can't be bothered anymore. It does a mouth and it gestures with formed tentacles.
It has enough energy to just make the tentacles, and that's about it.
Yeah. The most energy it ever emits is when it's telling off the actors for half-assing. That's like its peak energy. It doesn't really do for more than that.
Can you see
Sure,
an asterisk
that's not the
subtitles,
changeling,
jiggles
though.
aggressively?
Can I try and do this and be like, surely you have more information to give us than that.
I don't. His information was destroyed when he left the company as per GDPR, and that was the end.
Did you ever visit his home?
Why would I do that?
sometimes directors make friends with their actors.
And some
Especially
directors
someone
live
that
in
you
big
said
fancy
is,
houses. I do the latter.
Oh no, especially when you say, he was one of your favorite and best actors you've had.
I didn't say my favorite. I said he was the best.
Best, favorite, essentially the same.
I'm a fairly
He made you
objective
the most
person.
money.
Yeah, basically, from what it sounds like, if he wasn't in your play, you wouldn't be making money. Or at least as much
Oh,
money.
no, I'll do perfectly fine. I made my money before he came along.
No, of course.
I made him.
Huh? I'm just gonna rub my eyes for a minute. I'm trying to think of something else to think of. Or say.
He did have a locker in the area in the back. I mean, we haven't actually gone around to cleaning it out yet. You're free to do it for us.
Oh, well, that'll help.
Do you have a key to the locker?
I'm just gonna head straight to wherever he mentioned wherever the locker is.
It's like, he's just gonna look at... Well, he's not gonna look. He's just gonna like... Do you see the keys?
His face is just gonna...
Do you see the keys?
Well, you might have an office somewhere that keeps track of the locker keys. I don't know. I don't know how you run this establishment.
I do. It's in the back next to the locker room.
Thank you.
I've just already headed back there.
Come, let's go.
I left as soon as he said it's back there. I was just like, nah, fuck this. I'm over. I'm not dealing with this guy anymore.
I was like, yeah.
We'll cheer
We
on me.
don't need the
Getting
keys.
better at not closing my character sheet.
Yay.
It's good little victories.
So, who's looking for... Well,
I'm gonna try
who's
and
going
find
into the
the
office to find the
locker.
key?
I'm gonna have a look to find the key. I'll roll perception.
I'm just gonna go straight to the locker and see if I can open
That's
it.
what I'm
before they
doing.
get the key.
Essentially, me and Squiggy are heading both to the locker to then attempt to open it without the key.
And what are you doing, Kayla? Sorry. Looking for the key.
Just looking to, yeah.
Yeah, so you've entered the office and you have a look around and you can see it's literally just like a pegboard with each kind of locker number on it and a key. And there's only one key on the board.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the key and come back out. Any luck opening the door?
No, it's not our turn yet.
Did they have any luck opening the door? Let's find out now.
I don't know.
Find out next time.
No, let's find out now!
What would I roll? Would I roll...
How are you doing it? What are you wanting to do? 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 What are you wanting to do?
Essentially, I'm trying to... One, we're attempting to find the locker. And two, then eventually attempt to open the locker without the key before the key shows up.
So there's no distinguishable marks or features on the locker apart from a number.
Right, does the key I have the number on it, or was it above it?
Yeah. It doesn't matter what number it was because it's irrelevant moving forward,
At this
but
point,
yes.
I'm just gonna yell back, poke my head around, and be like, "What's the number?"
69.
Nice.
Okay. We're gonna run over the 69th locker.
And it turns out there's only 13 lockers. It's just it goes 1 to 12 and then 69.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Squiggy, you pick the lock.
And as soon as he picks the lock, or she picks the lock, we're gonna both open it at the same time and look at what's in it.
And there's like an old jacket and like half a apple core, like a cup of milk, but it's not milk
Random
anymore.
A milk that's turned into cheese.
But
A pint of rat piss.
for all the stupid stuff that is actually in there, you notice that none of it's on the floor of it. So you want to roll me an investigation check on
Yes.
the locker.
Everybody adjust the Squiggy and Nero.
Nothing.
Let's see how we do.
Nothing.
I'm gonna also go over and have a look.
It's just random shit in an old rotty locker. Oh, Arisia,
It just
you
looks like it's
notice that
floating.
there's a strange seam around the bottom of the locker, like in the base of it, like it doesn't sit at the right level to the rest of everything else. It seems off. It is.
Strange scene.
Can I have a feel of it? Is there any latch or hole or anything like that?
As you put your hand to it, it kind of pivots on the two corners of it. You can pull it out.
I knew someone was gonna do it.
Oh God.
Pivot.
And inside, you find a diary and some scrolls.
And some what?
Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Scroll, scroll, scrolly
The
scroll.
way I imagine this happening is also you have Squiggy's head and then my head right above Squiggy, and then Orisa just comes in a head over and kind of just goes,
Mm.
ah.
Yep, schooling
I
you
thought it was
both.
going to be a Kronk pull the lever situation. We all get in the locker.
Oh, that would have been fun. I didn't think of that. Damn.
Everyone gets in the locker and the locker just all of a sudden shrinks everyone.
Mm.
Turns into the borrowers.
I'm
Too hard.
going to grab the scrolls that are there, and I'm going to open them or attempt to open and read them.
I'm gonna grab the journal.
I'm just gonna stand back and watch with the key dangling uselessly from my hand, like, what this is
And
pointless.
you're like, ha ha.
Gonna throw the keys at Squiggy's head.
Can I do an acrobatics check?
Yes.
Suddenly,
No dex save if you're dodging something.
Or a dex save?
Do I have to roll anything to throw it at his head?
Dex.
Are you dodging or are you trying to catch?
I was going to
Yeah,
catch
that's
the
the
boat back at her.
I mean, I think a dex saves.
I failed anyway.
Don't matter.
So I don't need to do any checks.
No, no, he rolled it anyways, and he rolled it.
So, in the combination of unfortunate events, Squiggy's seen it coming, but then misjudged the dodge, put themselves very much in the wrong position, and taken it straight in the tit.
Ow!
That would hurt so bad.
People don't realise how getting hit in the tit hurts.
No, they really
It
don't.
really does.
Oh, hitting the tit.
What do you think
Yeah.
I'd say? Right in the tip.
Do you know what it's like to get a hit in the tip?
Just the tip.
Yeah, tit.
Yeah, hard.
In the tit.
No, right in the tit.
Right in the titoli.
The testicles.
The titoli.
In the boobaloo.
The booba.
Bloobs.
Oh, bye!
That's
What do we see in these notes?
Are you opening the notes?
Yeah,
You're opening
we're
the scrolls.
scroll and the journal.
Okay, so there are two scrolls, and a third scroll is a different thing. The two scrolls that you open first say the same thing, but you can't really make it out nearer.
Oh,
If Virgil or Arisia are looking at it, they can make out what it is.
I am stood close to him, so
So if
I mean,
you're
yeah,
looking
she's
over his
standing
shoulder
next
at
to
the
me.
scroll, you can see that those
Yeah.
are two scrolls of of control person, not of charm person, of control person.
what language are they written in?
They
Oh,
just
you just know. You just know.
yeah,
it's
you
like
just
a-
know that it's that. Yeah.
Spell.
Oh, sorry, dominate person, not control person. Dominate person, different thing.
It'd
Slightly
be
different thing. But yeah.
basically all written in like runes and shit, probably.
I am gonna grab those scrolls and I'm
I'll
gonna
just give
hand
them to
one of them to Virgil, and I'll be like, "This could come in handy."
I'll give you both of them, and then I'll open the third one.
Good indeed.
Which one is it again? Dominate.
Dominate person. The third one is a map of the Rock of Brawl with a kind of fold over corner of the castle. With
The
a few of the castle.
Okay.
With like a pretty detailed like floor plan of that, which I haven't made and I don't plan to, just imagine it's there.
No. Well, that. Oh, I definitely think we found the dude. Well, at least his locker.
Does his journal reveal anything about where he's based or?
I'll say that's the next thing we're gonna
I-
have to look through.
Yeah, I picked up the journal. So what do I see in that?
I'm reading over her shoulder too. She was doing it to me, and I'm kind of like peeking around her shoulder, looking at it.
Oh, I say you'll have to go around my shoulder, not
Yeah,
over.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm kind of peeking around you.
So who speaks Draconic? I know Arisia and Nira do.
Both of
Does
us.
anyone else speak Draconic?
I do, I believe.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak Draconic.
So everyone that speaks Draconic can read that it's fully just, it's like a personal journal, but it kind of illustrates like a descent into different beliefs from his original ones, into like a fanatic cultist tier obsession with Tiamat.
Of course.
As you dig deeper, it also reveals a meeting with someone who shared his beliefs. Oh. Whoever did all the things, thank you for the thank you for the follow. I can't see chat right now, I apologise. Totally lost track of where I was now.
Tiamat
Now
and
I
the
can believe-
meeting.
Oh yeah. And a meeting with a Lord Crux. That's a K.
Dog Crux. And I'm gonna look at Arisia after reading it and be like, "Is that K? Would that be who K is?"
It also goes on to explain that he met him when his ship docked recently, and that's when he let it all get to his head, and he was kind of kicked out that same day.
I'm gonna look at Nira and go, "Yeah, it definitely looks like it. At least
that's
we now might know his full name."
Yeah.
Well, his last name.
You never know.
One
It
of
might have
them.
been, his name might be Lord. His parents might have hated him.
Maybe he's like Cher and he's just called Crux.
Yeah.
Because he's a crook.
Or maybe he's changed his identity over again and he just goes by the symbol K.
Maybe. Well, this gets us a little bit farther, but
I think we
Not
need to
any
take this stuff
closer.
to the high city and go find his house. Maybe the crystal shards will help
High
us
City.
get further.
It's,
So I thought that was in
the
Middle
dude
City.
said it was Middle
I'd
City.
say he's in Middle City. Let's go find him.
Which Middle City is a massive.
I'll just ask around for any Start Raving loonies.
Oh, we
Don't
could.
read them.
Which one is Middle City, just so I know?
It's the bluish kind of center where festival grounds and all that stuff
So it's everything from...
where High City is to the left.
I'll
Draw
scroll.
a line that, like, draw a dividing line, like
Yeah.
there.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it, yeah.
Essentially that street that goes up
But
in a weird,
it
like,
also kind of...
diagonal
About
kind of
that.
thing.
So there's a wall here. That's where Middle City becomes High City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it's the wall we passed in, which that's becomes High City, and then middle to high, there's not really
Yeah, it's like roughly that much, so it's like absolutely tons of the city. To search.
Basically, yeah. I would say essentially we have to search probably about half the city.
Is
I
there
mean-
any mention of his home?
Yeah.
in the journal.
Look,
Anyway,
Crystal's doing anything special next to the locker as well.
any location that he maybe mentions quite frequently.
He hints quite a lot through the journal as you keep reading about the Prince Andrew and the crown and the stone.
But nothing about where he lives. Nothing like that.
Because we've got quite a wide part of the city to search. Is it worth getting the guards involved in this?
The guards, have you seen how useless they are?
They might be useless, but they can at least knock on a door,
I
hopefully.
was just saying, the minimum we can do is at least say we have an idea of where the guy might be located.
We could take this information back to Andrew.
The
He
only
could maybe
issue
beg
though
the guards.
is there might only become a lockdown on just Middle City, not the others. And if we're wrong and he's not only on Middle City, then
We're screwed.
we're screwed because he could just disappear.
To be honest, all we know is that his house is in Middle City.
That's
We
my
don't
point.
actually know where he is. I don't think Andrew would lift the ban so easily. I don't think
Oh,
he'll
no.
lift it until he gets that stone back.
I don't know if informing this Prince Andrew is the smartest move, because there
I
is
think-
that possibility he'd be like, oh, well, everywhere else must be safe. So I don't know if it's the smartest move to make.
I'm thinking maybe we attempt to start looking. I mean, we don't really have to look in the big middle section where all the, the big market is. Essentially, because there's not, it's a bunch of just stalls and stuff. So, he's not going to be living in a stall, I guarantee you that.
Or it could be the perfect cover to try and keep himself unseen. You see someone enough and they become
I think
normal.
I think a guy crying out that Tiamat would probably stick out a bit.
I was going to say, that's the thing.
I mean, we could walk through the town talking about how we want to get into Tiamat and see if it draws any attention.
People would definitely believe it if I say it.
Yeah, they could
Oh, I
believe
look.
it from me or you doing it for sure.
Does anyone know where Tiamat is? I want to meet my great grandma.
Great Auntie Tia.
I thought it was in TMI before.
I mean, in reality, it's all we can really do. It's either that or we spend the time searching almost every single house or get the guards involved.
And possibly make things worse, especially
Yeah.
if they get wind that we are on to them.
We'll have to find out next time because it's getting really, really late. It's up to 5 to 11. So we will have to leave it there.
No,
Oh.
as we get raided.
Typical.
Yep.
So thank you for the raid. We are just closing up.
Yeah.
So anyone that's joined, thank you very much.
Everybody.
We do this every Wednesday from 8 p.m. GMT. Please drop a follow and join us for the bullshit and the shenanigans and the nonsense. So thank you, and we will catch you all later. Bye.
Bye.